Inside the Huddle WTKA.
Hey, welcome back to Inside the Huddle. I am joined by Isaiah Sypher of the Epic Recovery Run Club and Will Heiniger, former Michigan defensive tackle, who will also be running in the Probability Ann Arbor Marathon. He'll be one of the relay members, and he's hoping to beat my team, although after what he just told me, I think I'm pretty much got him. So,
for sure.
Welcome to the show, both of you.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us on.
Isaiah, let's start with you. So tell me a little about the Epic Recovery Run Club.
Yeah, so it started fairly recently. The CEO of Epic Races did this collaboration with the Addiction Center and Packard Health, I believe. And the thought behind it was that it would allow people who are in early recovery, maybe who have had a lot of running experience, maybe who were just completely out of shape, to kind of get some specialized training and mentorship. So there's a training and mentorship aspect of it, but there's also the fellowship aspect of it too. The mentors themselves are in recovery, so it's kind of this training, building fellowship around addiction group.
And when you talk about addiction, when you talk about recovery, just kind of give me an overview here. We're talking alcohol, we're talking drugs, we're talking everything here.
So we're really talking about everything. We, as far as what I've seen of the group, we really allow people to define their own experiences the way that they will. So there's not any kind of lengthy interview process. It's really, do you identify as a person in recovery? Have you made use of services before? Have you received formalized treatment? How long have you been in recovery? Again, under any definition that may carry for the specific person. So it's really about how the person identifies and not necessarily a label or a meaning that we apply to them.
Well, Will, I mean, you've done a lot since you graduated from Michigan with mental health, and you know, not to put you on the spot here, but I'm sure you can speak a little bit to like just having camaraderie, having people that can relate experiences that they've been through the same thing, how much that can help you, whether you're just getting together to watch a movie, or sitting around at someone's house, or you're going for a run.
Absolutely. I think, you know, connectedness and connection are some of the most important things in well-being, and really how we evolved and you know, how we're made to be. You know, we're not supposed to be isolated, and there's a reason that, you know, when we feel depressed, we start to isolate more and often lose some of those connections, and at the same time start to feel worse. So absolutely, being connected, like you said, whether it's just a group of people that you see, you know, for practice or lunch or whatever it may be, is great. You add in exercise, that's another component of well-being. So they're really hitting on both and two of the major components of well-being, which is awesome to see.
Isaiah, how often often does the Recovery Run Club get together? And are you training specifically for the Ann Arbor Marathon? Who's like, are people running for the marathon, or you were doing the half? Like, what part are you doing?
Yeah, so I have committed to the full marathon.
Okay.
So yeah, that's a very, it's been very challenging. But
is this your first?
Rewarding. Yes, this will be my first. Interestingly enough, yeah, thank you. This will be almost 5 years after the last marathon that I was signed up for that I had to drop out of because I was injured at the time from overdoing it. But there are people that are doing the 5K, there are people that are doing the 10K. We currently meet to do our group runs on Sundays. But one of the really great things about having this consistent time together is that it really does allow for connections to be built outside of that context. So for example, one of the mentors was in a play recently, so I got to go check out his play. That was really cool, and I think that there are other not running but training events that are happening at a gym in town. But I feel like we are in contact with each other throughout the week quite a bit as well.
Well, I think what's really cool, our good friend Eva Solomon, the CEO of Epic Races, to participate in the Probability Ann Arbor Marathon are offering free entries and the training program for free to those in early recovery, which you can learn much more about by going to epicraces.com. And when you go to, I think it's on the About here, you can look up Epic Recovery Run Club through Epic Races. And so, what a great program to offer everybody right now. And well, we wish you the luck, best of luck doing a full marathon.
Thank you.
This is probably a little bit on your bucket list.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely something that, again, I had fully committed to at a certain point, but that I wasn't able to follow through on, that I actually doubted that I would be able to follow through on until fairly recently. And so it definitely feels like an accomplishment.
Well, it's funny because I was listening to a little bit of radio on the way in today, and they were doing like people's pet peeves on the road, and someone called up and said, I hate those people that put 26.2 stickers on the back of their car. Who do they think they are bragging about running 26 miles? And I wanted to call the person up and be like, listen, man, if you run 26 miles, you can put whatever the hell you want on your car, okay? It's hard to do.
Absolutely.
Really hard to
do. You can't do it, and I can't either.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. So, Will, I got you on board to do the relay marathon for the Ann Arbor Marathon on March 22nd. And so what motivated you to come out here and run this?
Yeah, well, I got a text from a good friend that said they needed local celebrities, so then I said this wasn't for me, and you got to keep looking, is what I told you. But
yeah,
no,
I think you said like Carl Vanberg.
Yeah, somebody who's got a little bit more clout. No, but I think, first just getting back into shape, put on some of that winter weight that a lot of us have, and, as you said, former defensive lineman and way too close to my playing weight right now. And so just wanting to be active again. It's hard. I struggle in the winter, certainly a little bit with seasonal affective disorder, and also just getting outside, just moving. It's so much more conducive, as we know, in the warm months. And so this was a way to get some routine, get a plan in place, and start shedding a little bit of that winter weight, get a little bit more active.
Well, I mean, and it is great to get out there. I mean, I've been forcing myself to run outside like twice a week because I know this is coming, and you have no idea. March 22nd could be 65 and perfect conditions, or it could be like 30 degrees with snow coming down here in Michigan. And I don't know if you've picked, since Isaiah, you've got the whole thing. You're running everywhere. You're running through Gallup Park. You're running through the Arboretum. You're running through downtown. You're running through campus. I don't know if, Will, if you've picked your leg yet to find the most conducive for you. I think wherever you go, I hate to tell you, but in Ann Arbor, there's going to be a hill somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, since we're trying to compete with you guys and strategize to beat you, I don't know if we want to give that away of our order. No.
That's true. That's true.
No, not at all. I think our team is going to be pretty low key and hoping to raise some good funds for the Addiction Center, but in terms of what order, I just want to finish, so I'll go wherever.
Yeah, I will say that, I'm trying to stack. I've got two of my runners, along with Steve Burns. I don't know if you know Steve Burns or not, former Michigan soccer coach. My other two runners, one of them has gone through this transformation where she is all in over like the last year, and so she's like, she actually said, "Look, can I do the half, or do I have to do like the marathon relay with you?" And I'm like, no, do the marathon relay with me, and then when we get done, if you still want to run some more, we'll find out a way to do it. And then the other one was training for the Boston Marathon. So I've got two ringers.
Okay, so is this how it works if you're the host?
But then I've also got Burnsy, who last week was on the show and said that he hadn't run more than a half mile of his training yet. I'm like, son of a gun, like, look at this guy. It's we're gonna be in first place, and he's gonna cost me like that.
Burnsy won't cost you, he'll come through for you.
Yeah, you'll just maybe gut it out. So awesome, man. Well, we're really looking forward to the Probability Ann Arbor Marathon. You can learn much more about it by going to AnnArborMarathon.com. You can get a discount code right now through March 8th, and it's Run Like the Huddle. You get 10% off your entry fee. Run Like the Huddle. And Isaiah, just anybody out there that's listening that either A, is a runner already and is maybe going through something, or is neither. It is not a runner but is going through something. What would you say to the person to come join your group?
I would say that it kind of goes back to this old saying that if you want to go fast, go alone, but if you want to go far, do it in a group.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a lot of people, when they think about running, they see it as a very solitary activity. And I know that I definitely enjoy solo runs, but to be able to bond with people, hear other people's experiences, I feel like it's something